I'm so excited to see so many of you on here. I think we have a couple of people who said they'd be late too. So, yeah, people will be hopping on and they can just kind of jump in wherever we're at. I'm excited because this isn't really like a training. Like, sure, I'm going to share a little bit about this particular new moon, and I have some girls who are going to chime in as well who know about it. So that'll be fun. I wish I could shut off that noise for my email. On another note, can you hear me? Because I just realized that music was so loud. Okay. All right. But anyway, so I thought this would be something fun to do since the new moon landed on our Zoom night. And if you guys like this, continue to do this. Things like our Zoom night to be the new moon if you guys like this. So what I think we should do, if you guys maybe wouldn't mind like muting just for the beginning while I just go through some of the intro, and then this is totally going to be like interactive. Like if you have questions, and anytime throughout this, if you want to add something or you do have a question, like feel free to unmute yourself, because this, like I said, this is super casual. It's not like a formal, not that my trainings are ever formal, but it's not anything like that. So a little bit about like the new moon, in case any of you aren't already into it, but I'm pretty sure most of you already are. Why even like bother aligning with the moon? I feel like it's a common question that people ask. And really, I mean, of course, we are all part of like the bigger universe, which includes everything that has to do with nature, the sun, moon, everything, all the trees, all of it, you know, we're all one and connected. But the moon is really what connects our heart and our soul. Whereas oftentimes people will explain that like the sun during the day is more of like your thought patterns and logic, because in sunlight, you can see what's going on, but at dark, when it's dark and it's just the moonlight, it's when your intuition has to kick in. So that's kind of what like the moon does for us, is it teaches us to really trust our own intuition and get in touch with our soul and our deepest desires. So, yeah, just like a little bit behind the scenes about like the moon and everything like that. She really just reminds us to trust our gut, right? That intuition, and illuminates what our inner trust is and what our deepest desires are that maybe during the daylight or maybe up until this point in your life, you've kind of ignored like these itchings you've had inside. And when you align with the moon, that gives you an opportunity to really get in touch with it. And so that's why we take the time to listen to the moon and get in communication with it, so that we can learn to really be aware of what our true desires are and build a life around what our soul truly wants. So that's just a little bit about why should you even care about the moon, right? Why does it even matter? This particular moon, if you want to take some notes about this one, we are in the Taurus moon, which is an earth sign, which means it's super grounding. It's funny because I'm a Taurus and I feel like I'm so not grounded. I feel like I'm up in the clouds half the time. But that's what the energy really is all about. It's also the second sign in the zodiac, which provides us the foundational energy to really nourish any of the seeds that we've planted up until this point. So this season really offers you an opportunity to ground your energy and nourish in on your destiny of what you truly want. Taurus is a big emphasis on being in the here and the now, not living in the past and not worrying about the future or being in the future so much. It's really more about like, okay, what can I do today to make my destiny happen? What can I do today to live in my truth? What can I do in each and every moment to really get to where I want to be? A lot of people connect Taurus with money. Yes, girl. Yes. I'm gonna let you talk in a second too. So a lot of people connect Taurus with like money, because that's what the bull is. What it represents is money. On Wall Street, the sign is the bull. But really what Taurus is all about representing all abundance. So it's not just about money and finances. It's more about abundance with time, abundance of happiness, abundance of freedom. So you have to take the time to define in this season of the Taurus what abundance means to you personally, what you want more of in your life, and create a plan to make it happen. Taurus is also very creative. So this energy that we have going on right now and that we're welcoming in is really giving you this extra burst of creativity to maybe try things in a new way, maybe go for things that you've been thinking about but you haven't done yet, which I'm going to touch more on a little bit, because along with this being the new moon in Taurus, we also have the planet Uranus coming in to meet Taurus, which I think Kim's going to talk about a little bit too. I do have some notes on that though, which I had to like totally write down because this is all, I literally learned this all like this week on like Uranus and what it means and everything, but it's the planet of change. So this shift that we have going on with all of the stuff I just explained about Taurus, with this new moon and everything, you're also getting this really burst. Uranus can almost feel like it zaps you, like it's intense. This energy is what is going to allow you to grow into the person that you've always been destined to be. This isn't anyone new. Like, this is who you've always been destined to become. But this energy is really allowing you to stand in your power, step up, level up to maybe things of you, parts of you you've suppressed because you've worried about what other people think, or because of fear, or because you're just a little scared to tiptoe away from that comfort zone or from safety. So that's what this energy is all about. Great growth always comes from great leaps into the unknown, and that's kind of what I want you to take away with this and think about. We're being gifted, that's what I think, with this intense energy to transform. I feel like change equals transformation and becoming a better you, as long as you take advantage of it, right? Because all of us are experiencing the same energy right now. Every single person on the planet is experiencing what we're talking about. But the difference is really going to be those people who harness that energy and do shit with it, or the people who totally ignore it and they're not in alignment with what's going on throughout our universe. So challenge yourself right now, and we're going to talk more. We're going to do some journaling, but just I want to remind you to challenge yourself to explore new territory as we're going into this season, and to lead with faith and to not worry so much maybe about fears, and maybe take action on some things you've been thinking about, but for whatever reason we've had a block going on. Because right now you have the energy of like the entire cosmos behind you. So if you're gonna leave, you should leave now. Kim, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, you had a lot of really, really good points. For Taurans or people that it's hard to stay focused, like this 1 second. Like I said, it's good to be like, what can I, like me, like I have a great sense of smell. Like my moon is in Taurus and like I can smell anything. So like things like that, or like hear, feel, or touch. Like I love senses, and I love like soft things, and you know, like obviously things that smell nice and not gross. So things that I can immediately experience helps me stay here. A lot of that is what I feel, but that's always all over the place. And yeah, right now with Uranus, it's a really great time to explore new territory because, like you said, it's change. Things are going to just be happening, and the only thing that's constant is change. So no matter what you're going through, you have to be comfortable to a certain level with being uncomfortable and just change, and not get wrapped up in like the mind trip of it, and just be like, okay, we're changing. Like, I have to keep going. Yeah. I have a lot of notes here that I looked up today, so I'm just going to be reading. The importance of stability right now, and finding and reevaluating what you feel stable in will be really important, because that's going to be changing. things that you have felt stable in, whether it's a relationship or a career or anything, it's going to be changing. And so you're going to have to reevaluate what you value and kind of accept that the things that you value right now are going to be changing, and just be comfortable with having those like things that you think that you really value change. Yeah. And just accepting it, and just harnessing that acceptance, I guess. And when you are okay with everything changing, you have this internal peace that is going to last forever, or which is the goal. So just feeling that internal peace. And sorry.
You're fine. I was looking at my notes too.
So, like you said, you're going to have to, have great leaps into the unknown. So you're going to have to let go of security blankets. Like me, I have a ton of security blankets. So I'm going to have to let that shit go. And just, like the moon, you just trust your inner guidance and you just tap into it.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have.
I think it's really interesting because like one of the downfalls of like Taurus energy is the stubbornness to comfort zones. So I think it's so interesting that like with the Uranus, it's the complete opposite, where it's like change and it's like an intense energy to evolve, and just you got to go with it. Like if you try to resist it, it's not going to be good. Like you can't get away from it. We're all part of the universe and the cosmo energy and all of that. Like you can't get away from it. So you might as well just flow with it. Yeah. I feel like there was totally something else I was thinking when you were talking, and it just like went over my head. I don't know what it was. But you said your moon sign. What'd you say? What's your sun sign and your moon sign and your regular sign?
So astrology is a lot more than just sun signs. So you're a little bit of everything, basically.
Yeah.
So my sun sign is Cancer. So I'm like emotional every day, all day. And I can go from every single emotion from like good to bad in a single day. And I'm like, all right, that's my day. It's cool. Other people would freak out if they went through that every day. But my moon is in Taurus.
Okay.
So that helps me like be stable and grounded and be like, yeah, I go from like A to Z every single day, but it's not like,
Yeah. Totally. Cool. Yeah. Well, that was exciting. That was like a lot. I feel like all of this is magical. Like, I just feel like that obviously, like we said, there's no getting around this energy, but I also feel like there's no mistake as to why you're where you are in your life right now, as to why each one of us is where we are, as to why we're all here, as to why we're all connected, as to why we're all together. Like I always think about that like things in life are not random. Like you don't cross paths with people on accident. Like there is literally purpose behind every single person you cross paths with, and like all of us being here right now, like it blows my mind, because what are the chances? Like how many people are on earth? What are the chances? So I just feel like there's no mistake with all of this and everything that's happening. And then this energy too, because you can apply it to your business, you can apply it to your health and fitness. Like where have you maybe been staying in your comfort zone when it comes to your health and fitness, or with your business? Like where have you gotten comfortable, and like ask yourself, like gut check, when's the last time I did something that scared the shit out of me? When's the last time that I pushed myself so hard? You know what I mean? And make a plan. Like if it's been a while, cut that out. Like make a plan, draw a line in the sand that enough is enough. Like if you're gonna do it now and take advantage of all this energy. Okay, so you guys want to like journal a little bit, and feel free to unmute yourselves now if you want to talk. All right, so some journaling. I talked a little bit about abundance. So maybe we can take a couple of minutes and kind of answer what abundance means to you. And like I said, it can be more than money. But honestly, if you are desiring more money, that's okay. Like, I know that there's a lot of taboo around about like talking money and desiring more money and yada, yada, yada. And it's okay to want more. The point of life is to desire more. You wouldn't be desiring something if you couldn't have it. You know what I mean? So as hard as it is for me, I'm going to shut up for 1 second. I'm going to journal with you guys. So what does abundance mean to you? And what do you want more of? And how can you make that happen? That was a lot. Just right. I feel like my music is like getting louder. I don't understand. Another thing about Uranus is it has a very like freeing energy. So I was just thinking about that as I was writing, like what having an abundance of time and an abundance of happiness and money means. And like to me, it means being free. Like when you're not strained financially, you feel free. When you have all the time in the world to do what makes you happy, you feel free. You know what I mean?
Hey, Crystal.
Yeah.
What station are you on?
Find you. What?
What station are you on for music?
Oh, it's iTunes yoga playlist. It just popped up. I can take a photo of it, but it literally just was like suggested to me by iTunes.
Okay.
But I can take a photo.
I like it.
Yeah, it's nice. I listen to it while I power hour.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Leah. I didn't see you there. Okay, you guys can tell me like when you're done.
What were we doing?
Oh, did you just hop on? Sorry, I didn't see you when you hopped on. We were writing down like what abundance means to us personally and what we want more of in our life, whether it's free time, money, happiness, whatever. How you ladies doing? Do you need some more time? Cool. Okay, next question. How will leaving your comfort zones help you grow? I suppose I should have asked if anybody wanted to share their answers. That's true. Yeah, if you want to chat them, you can. Or you can just unmute yourself. Are y'all done? I'm totally not rushing you. I just also don't want to waste your time if you're done. Good? Okay. Thumbs up? Cool. Does anybody want to share?
I'll start.
Yeah.
So abundance to me means that like I have enough of something that I want to spread it to the entire world.
Yeah.
And something I want more of: positivity, patience, time management.
Those are good. That's like specific. I like it. Anybody else want to put theirs out there? It's okay. I got another question, so you can always share later. Okay, so who do you truly want to be? What does that image of you look like? What does she do every day? Like some examples, I'll give you like a specific example. Like the best me wakes up early and like rises before the sun. Like that's who I truly want to be. So that's like a specific example as you brainstorm, like, who do I really want to be? Who have I always been destined to become? Because remember, like we talked about, this energy shift is really pushing you to become that person who maybe you were too scared to become before, or you made excuses for before. I just tried to draw lightning bolts and they came out terrible. So I scribbled them out. Anybody want to share their vision of who they want to be?
Sure, I'll go.
Yay!
Awesome. Someone who helps others, someone who spreads positivity, someone who kicks ass and takes names, someone who gets shit done, someone who takes time for themselves, and someone who utilizes their time wisely.
Yes. I love that you had self-care in there too to balance out the getting shit done.
Yeah.
I like it. I feel like that's very well-rounded, like perfect. Awesome. Anyone else?
Yeah, I want to be fearless because my whole life I've let my fears get in the way of everything and I'm over it. I've written this down a couple times, but I want to be the person where my desire to help others and myself is greater than my fear of failure. I want to be an amazing friend and someone that everybody can count on because I can get flaky sometimes and I hate it. And then I want to show up for my life and experience the hell out of it.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. I feel like we can do something with that. I'm just like thinking. I'm going to come back to that in a second. Does anybody else want to share? No? Like, you guys don't all have to jump out. Like, it's fine. You guys don't have to fight for, like, the moment to talk. Emily, do you want to share? You haven't said anything. I'm so surprised.
I'm in a weird mood today. No, I'll share mine. I'm going to move really quick, though, because Cody's watching the game, and I'm loud. So
Okay.
2 seconds if someone else wants to go.
No worries.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So I said, well, it was funny that you said that you wanted to be someone who wakes up early because that's like exactly what I was thinking. But I was like, I want to wake up with the sun, not before it. But I also said someone who is positive, who isn't afraid to step out of her comfort zone, who doesn't care what other people think, who is intentional, and the girl that people go to when they need help or just want guidance or just to talk about life.
Yeah, I like it. I'm seeing themes like fearlessness and like not caring what people think and getting shit done, taking names. I feel like these are themes. Yeah. Anyone else? No pressure, but I mean, you know, if you wanna, we don't bite.
Christy, what is your dog doing?
Oh my god! I totally didn't see
He
you.
loves attention.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god!
Hi. Sorry. She's
So cute.
got the attention for sure.
Yes, that's her goal. Sorry.
I love it. It's so funny.
Distracting.
It kind of reminds me. I feel like your dog and I would be besties because Cameron makes fun of me because I always, in public and when I'm dancing, I do like the cat dog dance where I'm like, and he's just like, seriously, I don't know you. Like, we'll be in Target.
I like it.
Ridiculous. Okay. Leah, did you have any questions that you wanted us to brainstorm on or journal on?
Yeah. So I get I follow this girl called Ethany. What the heck is it? So she's got this whole Tarot by the Moon book that I downloaded. And so, like, you probably already talked about it, but I missed it, like what the new moon means and everything.
We did, but you can add.
Okay, so she's like, it's a perfect time for like money manifesting and to kind of get like your earthly stuff aligned and everything. So like all of the things that you want to do financial wise is a good time to like get going on making affirmations and manifesting those desires.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got 5 different, and this is a card pull, but we could probably do this as a brainstorm anyway. So her 5 things are practical, patience, perseverance, physical manifesting, and passion. So the first one is, where can I be more practical? Like, where in my life can I be more practical?
Is it weird if I ask for an example?
No. So I guess like the first thing that comes to mind for me, and like I already did my card pull for this, but like since we're talking about like money manifesting, so where in my life can I adjust things to make money work for me instead of me work for money?
Oh, well, our businesses are residual income, so would you look at that?
What can I do in my business or in my life that could make things easier?
Yeah, make money while you sleep. Got it. Also, earlier today, I was literally had the thought, and I don't even know where it came from. It was like a random thought, but I was like, I need to use my assistant more. Like, there are so many things where I'm like, oh, I'll just go spend 5 hours making the spreadsheet, or I'll go like do this thing where like, guys, my zone of genius is not organization. Let's be real. So like, I feel like that falls under the practical of like, my money is well spent paying someone else to do something that they're really, really good at, and I take days to do.
Totally, like delegation.
Yeah. Yeah, delegation in general. It doesn't have to be an assistant, like, because if you're not there at your business yet, no worries. Like, I was also thinking the other day, like, oh, Cameron's really good at this. I was actually thinking about my Google Streak, and I was like, oh, Cameron's really good at this. I'm gonna ask him to do this for me, and in return, I will make him the most delicious Shakeology ever.
I'm like delegating things like around the house because I've started doing that with Cody. Like his job is to unload the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Like just do it. So he just does it. Or it's like if I throw your clothes on the ground, fold them and put them away. Like little things like that get me out of doing it, and it saves me, 10, 15 minutes. But that's 10, 15 minutes I can use somewhere else. Totally. Even like delegating things around the house.
Yeah, that's such a good example of something little but adds up at the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what was the next one, Leah?
The next one is patience. So where can I apply more patience?
Oh gosh.
This is like my word of the week. Like everything that I write down has to do with patience.
Oh my God, I literally just talked to someone about that today. Like, she asked me for help with something. It was like a random girl I met on Instagram. We had messaged back and forth, and she asked me for help with like crystals and meditating. And then she said something like she's really good at patience. And I was like, you should teach me patience, and I will teach you these other things.
Funny because yesterday during my morning ritual, I was like asking for patience for the day. And then I go into my Calm app to do my meditation, and the meditation was on patience. I literally was like,
oh,
God.
I sat there for like 2 minutes just like, what? I was like, okay, I think I really need to do this.
Like, I get it, universe, all right?
Message received.
Something as simple as like we've been moving and we're traveling like back, like moving to a new house, getting home from Mexico, and like it's just like a lot have been going on. Then my parents came and visited, and we've never really had people stay with us. Well, my parents at least stay with us before, because we were in an apartment before, so they would just get a hotel. So something with practicing like patience, I kept finding myself like not meditating in the morning. And something as simple as giving myself that like 5, even if it's 3 minutes of just like alone quiet time can help me with my patience. So even if it's something little, like just giving yourself 60 seconds to breathe alone, That's a good question, Renee. What do you think, Leah?
Much patience. I don't know. Can you spread it around?
Do you want to share it?
I don't think too much patience is ever a bad thing. I think it's totally, people will definitely pick that up from you. Sure.
Yeah, I think that's a good trait to have. I guess the only way I could see it being a downfall is if you're waiting for something to happen for you that's not in your control. But I think otherwise, being a patient person is something that everyone would love. So if you have tips or tricks, feel free to share or write an ebook. What was the next topic, Leah?
So the next one is perseverance, and this has come up a lot, I feel like, with our team, is what requires me to just keep going. So I kind of been thinking, like, write your why. Like, rewrite your why.
Yeah. And just, like, sitting with it every day. Mm-hmm. Like, not writing it on a piece of paper and then putting it in a drawer.
Like, have it up, like, put it somewhere, put it on your phone, put it, like, on a sticky note, put it on your mirror, put it on your car.
Yeah. And, like,
remember why.
Yeah. And I feel like reading it in the morning and reading it at night is, like, our crucial times. to really set that intention and remind yourself of why you make sacrifices. That was a good question. Was there another one? I think there was another one. Was there?
Yeah, there's 5. I just didn't know how much time you wanted in between. I can do the next 2.
Okay.
Easy. So the next one is, what does my body need? And it's funny because the card that I pulled was about clarity and gossip. And I was finding myself falling back into like old habits of talking about a friend of mine to my family. And I was like, I don't think that I should be I shouldn't be talking about this because it's bringing up old feelings. And I'm past those feelings. So I need to really sit down and like think about where I am now mentally, physically, and what I need to keep going rather than fall back into those old feelings.
Yeah.
What is my body, what is my brain, my mind, my spirit need in order to keep pushing forward to what I need? Does that make sense?
No, I like that. That was a good example. I immediately thought that my body needed more foam rolling. Like, that's exactly what I just thought. Like, I've been foam rolling every day after our workouts, but I've been more sore, and I think it's because I didn't realize how much my body needed that foam rolling. My body feels like I've gotten a deep tissue massage every day. Like, I'm sore AF.
Yeah, with rough.
Like, I'm screaming foam rolling. Like, you can't even handle it. Like, I will be screaming. Is Emily frozen? Because she looks like a statue.
Like,
you were like, so good.
I was like, they're gone. It's frozen.
So good.
That was me.
okay, and then the last one is about passion. So how can I express or embody my desires? So like, take a look at what you desire. Go back to the money manifesting. What are you looking to accomplish with your goals? And how can I express that in more than one way to like my audience or to your family, to yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think of just like communication, like telling everyone and anyone, like, and just putting it out there, giving 0 F's about what anyone thinks or what they have to say about it. And then it makes me feel like expressing your full desires, like just like standing in your power and like being fearless and like not caring about the opinions of anyone.
And letting people like joining you on the journey, you know, everything that you're going through, people are going to relate in different ways and different people aren't going to relate, but eventually some do. And, you know, your audience always changes. It's not a constant.
Yeah.
The same people forever.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm constantly talking to a new group of people because I find more things that I like to do or people that I like to talk to.
Yeah. And I think that's what's cool about how, like, as coaches, we're encouraged to develop ourselves every day, like with personal development. Like, because that's one of our vital behaviors, whether we realize it or not, like, we're constantly in this evolution of becoming a new version of us, like a better version of us. Then that's even something too after the foam rolling where I thought of, like, in that question of like, what does my body need, which includes my mind. Like, my mind needs to always be learning new things. Like, I'm happiest when I'm learning new things. Like, whenever I get in a funk and I feel like I don't have anything to say and I feel like I'm not serving my people in my best way, it's because, oh, Crystal, like, you let your personal development slip a little, or you're not doing as much as you were doing, or something like that. Like, it always comes back to personal development. Yeah. Anybody have anything to share?
We can stop talking.
So now that we've kind of done all of this, like brainstorming, dreaming, like visualizing, if there's any last things you want to jot down, like what you want to use with this energy of change and this energy that we explained about like abundance and manifesting your desires, like with the new moon, that's what we do. We set intentions of the things that we want to manifest in this upcoming season. So if there's anything you have in your mind, like jot it down. Anything you're dreaming of, you really, really want, make a note of it. And then set some intentions, like concrete intentions, like what you wrote down of who you want to be. Maybe you write affirmations from that. Like, I am a person who rises with the sun, or I am fearless AF. Whatever resonates with you. Obviously, it has to resonate with you and not be in my words. I think the new moon time is an awesome time to refresh your affirmations. Like, maybe you've been doing the same affirmations for the past few months, heck, maybe even this whole year. And so I think this is an awesome time to refresh them, see what affirmations you got comfortable with and they no longer resonate with you. Or maybe you've outgrown them. Like, it was an affirmation to always speak your truth, but you find yourself that you don't need that affirmation anymore, which is a good thing because you've probably accomplished it. So what's the next step? Like, what new affirmation do you need? And if anybody wants to share like any example affirmations, feel free to like jot in the chat or unmute yourself. We can all kind of help each other.
I use a lot recently is wherever I focus my energy, success will follow.
That's a good one.
This one's kind of money manifesting. I have the ability to learn more and earn more.
Oh, I like that one. How's everyone doing?
I like these.
Yeah, I do too.
It's yellow here because this thunderstorm just went by. Is it yellow there, Christina? Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's about to rain here too.
Really? It just rained.
Ah.
Yeah, I just looked behind me out the window and it's yellow.
There's like this giant thunderstorm area like in Portsmouth, like underneath us, by only like a couple miles. Like bad storm. Hail.
Oh, wow.
Behind me.
Crazy.
It's nice and sunny here.
Of course it is. It's always sunny there.
I was like, what's rain?
Right?
Yeah.
Literally, that's
Typhoon?
what it's like here. What rain is that? I get excited when it rains.
I bet, yeah. So with these intentions, nothing changes if nothing changes. So like we did all this work, we brainstormed, do you feel amazing? I always feel amazing after I put paper to pen and like just affirm what it is I want and what I'm here to do, who I want to be. But nothing changes if you just close your notebook and never look at this again. You know what I mean? So with your intentions and your affirmations, like read them every day and really sit with them every day. I challenge you to do it for the rest of the month. I challenge you to do it longer than that, you know, for the rest of the year. Just read affirmations and your why every day and what your vision is of your life. Sit with that for a little bit, because our reality is created in our daily habits and what we do. So that's the end of like that. I didn't have any other questions. Does anybody have any questions about any of this or anything they want to say, anything they want to share, anything like that?
I have something to share that's super random.
Mm-hmm.
Emily just sent me You Are a Badass.
Oh, it's so good.
Hey. 2 years ago, I was at Color Me Mine, and I got this flower pot that I have like feathers in, and I wrote, "You are a badass."
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. I love it. You are a badass. That is such a good book.
I just started it.
Oh, it's like one of my faves. You're gonna love it. Which actually made me think, because when you were talking, so like Emily and I can't remember if Leah joined, have done like a fearless challenge before. So if one of your like intentions is to become more fearless, or even if it's to just level up, like rising earlier or whatever, like whatever the next step is for you for where you're at now, you could make a challenge out of it. The ones that we did were like 30-day challenges, because I felt like that was long enough that it would stick. Whereas if you were to do a challenge just for like 7 days, it doesn't necessarily stick for the long term. It doesn't become a habit enough. So that could be something fun. If anybody wanted to do it, we could all do it together, or you could kind of sit with that idea and see if it's something you wanted to do. I found it helpful, especially doing it with other people, because the accountability. Like if I told Emily I was getting up at 5, like I had to get up.
We need to get back into our group text. I'm awake. Are you awake?
I know. I'm awake. I know. It's got to happen. So anyways, yeah, throwing that out there. If anybody wants to do like a fearless challenge or a level the F up challenge or become a better you challenge, whatever. I'm just throwing titles out. It doesn't have to be named any of that.
Oh, I'm down.
I like that.
Yeah, cool. Let's make we can make a thread about it in our team group. Leah, do you have your cards with you? Your deck. Do you want to pull one for all of us? Okay.
So I have never done this before, so I'm not sure if any of you have. You can correct me, or I'm just kind of going by intuition here. So
Yeah, that's all you do.
I feel like 2 cards just fell out. 3 cards just fell out. So let's go with that. So the first one I have is a 6 of Pentacles. It's generosity. Get forward. I'm just going to kind of look at what my little thing says here. But what do you, Kim, I know you probably know a lot more about this stuff.
Just
I know, I'm like,
my book.
okay, so 6 of Pentacles.
Like, got her book out, like, what is it?
You received a gift, which may be money.
Oh,
Or love support, right? Equally, you may be donating time, effort, or money, this with thought and sensitivity, whether you are giving an individual or a friend who is struggling or an organization, such as a favorite charity. I just got full body chills, FYI. And your advice is to receive any gift with thanks and grace, and if you are giving to others, enjoy it. And giving is its own reward. I just got these bracelets today from my aunt, and she made them. And they're all like, it's a chakra one. This one's a grounding one. And she gave a bunch to my daughter too. So, whoa. And then the second one, can I do 3? Can I do them all?
Yeah.
Okay, the second one is the 2 of Wands, which is, I'll show you these. So it's called the Ocean deck. I just got it at like Barnes and Noble. So that was a 6, and then the 2 of Wands. And that one's about vision. And so it says that romance and partnerships, you may have a new partner or find a like-minded person or soul to pursue new projects or in or out of the workplace. This is a meeting of minds and will bring you rewards such as broadening your horizons and to see what you could achieve. In education, you find the right course or teacher to inspire you to hone in on your skills and nurture your interests. So look for those around you who share your vision and work together for great results. You guys, this is us. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Creativity, communication, travel, planning, education, summit. Hello.
Yeah. Crazy.
Okay, and then the last one is the Queen of Pentacles, is kindness. These are insane. Where are you, Queen? Okay, so this affectionate, generous woman is the wise helper we all want in our lives. A lover of nature, home, and her family, she is practical and down to earth. As the you in this card, the Queen shows that now is the time to focus on key tasks and spend your money wisely. An additional meaning is that an influential woman at work supports your career. Here we are.
And down to earth.
Right? Be hands-on, get involved, give practical help, and share your knowledge with those who need it. I was just like on the way home. I was like, I don't know. I've never done this before for anyone. I don't know if I can read cards.
That's really cool. Can I add on all of those?
Yes, please.
Okay. So the 6 of Pentacles, and like the original deck, is like a merchant giving 2 beggars money. So who are you? Are you the merchant or are you the beggars? And then a little quote says, a gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or the doer.
Oh my God.
For the 2 of Wands, it's really about setting your intention on far-reaching travels and to just be fearless in changing and expanding your horizon. So a little quote for that says, faith dares the soul to go farther than it can see. And then for the Queen of Pentacles, it's like this woman like chilling on this cool ass throne in like the middle of a forest, and she has like bunnies all around her and like flowers and everything. So she's just like, yeah, she's like that grandma that gives you $20 every time that you go see her. And this says, to be rooted is perhaps the most important and least recognized need for the human soul. So yeah.
Woo. What about that, guys?
Those were good cards.
Those were good.
Great cards. They literally fell onto the floor.
That's great.
What is the best way for them to be like, hi?
Yeah. Like, hello.
Oh, these are for you. Oh my god, I love it. I don't even know what to do with myself.
No, what do we do now?
What can I touch? What can I see? What can I smell?
Like, are we just supposed to end it there or what?
I don't
A
know.
mic drop or a selenite drop?
Yeah, it's selenite drop. And there we go. Okay, any thoughts, anything, anybody have anything to say? I can't. I no longer know how to speak. I'm also sweating.
Seriously, why? Like, I'm glad I have a dark shirt on. Woo.
Sweating.
Val girl, I can feel you through this camera.
Feel me sweating?
No.
We should take a photo. Hold on. You could just give me a second. Just 1 second.
All of it.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm gonna hang it
Oh,
to the window or something.
Yeah. Alright, I'm ready now. Do you guys want to do a boom or a photo?
I don't know. As long as we're not all crying, then.
A crying boom. Remember the time that we tried to do the
Brady Bunch.
I have that saved.
and it was so terrible. All right, y'all, we're gonna do a boom, so get ready. I'll do a countdown, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. That was good stuff, guys. Your head bob, Allie. I love it. You're like, what's that?
What do I do with my hands?
Sometimes I do that and boom. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. All right. Did anybody else want to take a boom or a photo or anything? Oh. Anyone? I will pose as long as you need me to. Okay.
I will.
All right, guys. Okay, girls. I'm gonna end this because I could talk all night, I think, and we could just go on and on all night. But I had a lot of fun doing this. I think it was something different. I thought it was fun to like spend time just like brainstorming and chatting, and hopefully you feel really good and you can take away with this like intentions and affirmations. And even if you feel like you didn't fully get to write out all of your affirmations, maybe take like 10-15 minutes after we get off this while it's still fresh in your mind and write out some affirmations. Because I think now is a really good time, like I said, to do fresh affirmations for the upcoming season, especially with all the energy that's going on today. Like, no joke. New moon in Taurus, also Uranus coming in and being like, what's up? So perfect time to set intentions, make shit happen, bust through fears, get outside comfort zones because that's what this is all about. This energy is all about. Okay. I love
Money.
Abundance, a season of abundance. So let's attract it. Let's manifest all the shit. Let's do all the things. And I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.